hear the expression, God, I wonder what these streets would say if they could talk. Sarasota Street Talk is making the streets talk. We're recording what they're saying. So that, to me, that is what Sarasota Street Talk is all about.
Sarasota Street Talk is to introduce people to the surroundings.
We're literally right now, we're downtown Sarasota, and we hear people all around us telling different stories. Those are the streets talking.
Scott, how are you, my friend?
Hey, Mark.
How are you?
How's it going?
Doing well.
Here we are.
You having a good time?
Another beautiful Saturday in downtown Sarasota.
Downtown Sarasota, here at the Farmers Market in front of the Gator Club and Parker's Books. Historic Parker's Books.
Yes.
Gracious enough, both of them, to allow us to do our podcast here. Downtown Sarasota Street Talk. My name is Mark Klecka.
Without permission?
I'm sorry?
Without permission?
Well, shh. Yeah. No.
You know the mayor.
No, well, no, so we both do. So my name is Mark Klecka. I'm with Caldwell Banker here downtown, but we do the separate Sarasota Street Talk because we just enjoy this city so much, and they allow us to do it. And Scott
Mayloff, Summit Lending Solutions Corp.
Yep.
Mortgage broker here in Sarasota.
Mortgage broker extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire, yes.
And we have the pleasure of having, and Scott, do you want to maybe prelude it, and then we'll...
She's an awesome singer, and we see her at Cask. And I'm sure she performs in many other places, which we're going to learn about today.
Okay.
Taylor Opie.
Hi.
And then we're going to just turn it over to you and introduce yourself, talk a little bit about yourself, and then we'll throw you a bunch of questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is very unscripted. We don't know.
No,
what
yeah,
we're doing.
this is
minute
not,
by minute, anything can happen.
We're just talking.
Exciting.
And today, a lot of things have happened.
Yeah. We've had a few. I don't know if you saw those other guys that just got on the Bay Runner. Homeless dudes that come over and shout at us. They were shouting at us?
We welcome all people.
Yeah, we do.
All walks of life.
Yeah, this is brings a whole new meaning to live. I mean, it's actually being broadcast to everyone that's walking by. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And it's also being recorded here. We're going to put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then just interacting with the people around here, too, which is what it's all about. So,
yeah, definitely.
But we digress. Back to you.
Yes, we do.
Hi, I'm Taylor Opie. I'm a musician, as Scott said. I play all around town, Sarasota, Bradenton, and beyond. I play with multiple different bands. I also do solo stuff, duo stuff. I've played at Gator Club for years and years, Cask and Ale.
I saw her last night at Cask and Ale.
Yeah.
Yep. And you
fantabulous as always, and the crowd loves it.
You say fantabulous?
Fantabulous.
That's
awesome.
As always, and with the Dirty Birds.
Now, that seems to be so I love the fact with Dirty Birds, there's a lot of intermingling of artists there, right?
Yeah.
So there's lead singers and then guitarists, and they all come and go. It's just a great melting pot of
that was
band,
actually
right?
kind of by accident. So Dirty Bird is Brian Bird on pedal steel, fantastic, and then was originally Thorson Moore, Brian Bird, Damon Owens on drums, and Andrew Glasgow on bass. And recently, for the past year or so, Brian has been on tour. He's been doing a lot of cruise ships with a fantastic...
The Lee Boys?
Yeah, the Lee Boys, blues band. And so when he was on tour, Damon had to kind of fill the slot with multiple different artists. And so it just kind of became this, conglomerate of, you never really know, grab bag of you never really know who's going to be there when... I mean, obviously they post about it, who's going to be there, but it's different.
But it's typically you and Bree, right?
I play there. I'm usually there about once or twice a month.
Okay.
And then, but as far as sometimes they'll have a different guitar player.
Right.
Sometimes they'll have a keyboard player, horn player. And so it's the singers alternate, and also the members of the band, except the rhythm section, Andrew and Damon. So they're usually the rocks. They're usually there all the time. And then other than that, it's kind of a revolving door of musicians, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So tell us where you play, what other bands you play with, where else you play, and then your solo stuff, if you do that.
I'm like I said, I'm all over. I have a website, tayloropie.com. I post my monthly schedule there every month. I play at Cask and Ale, obviously. I play on Bradenton Beach quite a bit, Blue Marlin, Island Time.
You ever do Motorworks or anything like that?
I haven't for a while, but I used to be in a band called Midnight Mama. It was a 6-piece contemporary dance band, and we actually played every Sunday at the Gator Club for a couple years before
nice.
COVID.
Yeah.
and we played there a lot. Now I'm kind of a hired gun, kind of have gun will travel. When I do have my own band or play with my own band, I just go under the moniker of Taylor Opie Band.
Okay.
But yeah, so I do a lot of solo work, and then when I do play with the band, it's either Dirty Bird or Taylor Opie Band.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. So is it original type stuff? Is it all cover both? You have some original work as well? Or?
I mainly do cover music, but I am a songwriter as well.
So we said
that's what I mentioned that, and Scott's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she is.
Yeah,
I have
stuff.
Sings, she plays acoustic, right?
Yeah.
And
that's kind of.
He goes, does she write? I go, probably.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. I think is to focus on my original music,
Okay.
and that's been kind of a goal of mine, and a lot of my friends in the music community in Sarasota is trying to draw more light to the original artists and the singers, songwriters, because there's a lot of fantastic original music coming out of Sarasota right now.
Okay.
A lot of young musicians that are just really killing it, and I think that it would be prudent to kind of create more of a venue for that,
Right.
You know,
Because cover bands can get old.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, trust
you
me,
know.
I've been a cover. I've been in cover bands for 15 years.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
There's always going to be a place for it.
Right.
But I think that it's really important to give, especially young musicians, that platform to promote their own stuff, their original music, and that's kind of the dream,
Who would you say then is influences to yourself, as far as
I would say Bonnie Raitt, Joni Mitchell, all like the strong powerhouse singers, female singers, Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin. The list is infinite,
So, have you always been into the music? Since like a little 2-year-old singing and that kind of stuff? And
I would imagine
putting on a show with the family at Thanksgiving, standing on the table singing for everybody.
I would imagine so. Yeah, my both my parents are musicians, so I come from a musical family. So I was very fortunate in that sense that there was always access to it.
Right.
There was always a music room in every house we lived in, and we moved around a lot because my parents were musicians. So.
Okay.
So when you say musicians, and did they themselves their own bands? Did they play with others? Combinations of both?
Yeah, absolutely. My dad's a guitar player, and my mother's a fantastic vocalist and multi-instrumentalist, really.
Uh-huh.
And so she, in the 90s and 2000s, she was primarily did weddings and corporate events and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, every gig imaginable they've done, and they have been for the last 40 years. So
how long have you been in Sarasota?
I was born in Sarasota.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
another unicorn.
Yep.
All
Yep.
There you
good.
go.
So-
Right on.
I'm a
You
true.
don't find those much anymore.
And there are
True native.
Twinkle. Twinkle's from here.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are actually born here. But
Yeah, they're
both being-
around.
And you never know,
we
Scott-
exist.
both being singers, yeah. And you've been here 40 years, so.
Yeah, well, since 1980. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I've been here essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 70
Well,
years
you've been
old,
here
so-
longer than I have, so.
Yeah, but Scott's been here for going on a year, and he's got the
Oh,
knowledge.
that's all. You're a
I've been here a
newbie.
year.
He's a
Yeah.
newbie,
You're a
but has the
newbie,
knowledge of
I'm-
a native.
I know where
Really?
Cask and Gator are.
Yeah.
I know where this place in Cask are.
Hey, when you
But
first-
I'm starting to
knows
learn.
Main
I'm still
Street.
learning. I'm still trying to learn about a lot of things here.
Yeah.
we all
You know?
are.
Yeah,
we have
absolutely.
so much new stuff
There's
going on
all the
here.
time.
There's always something
Well, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to learn,
Yeah.
learn from the people.
When you're the unofficial mayor here.
Yeah.
When you know him, you kind of start knowing everybody. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
No, it's
And
just
then Brian, I got to be friends with Brian.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't even lived here yet when I became friends with Brian.
Oh, really?
I was in there and he was playing and he did a blues song and took a break and I talked to him like, you from Chicago? Like me? He goes,
Yeah.
No, I'm from here.
Yeah.
Another Sarasota
Yeah,
person.
another
right?
native.
Another person from Sarasota. So anyway, so you've been here your whole life.
I have, yeah.
Singing and so just doing your own gigs.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
doing music
cool.
full time since I was about 19.
Okay.
And yeah, I can't imagine doing it. I probably couldn't. I don't have the skills to do anything else. So I think
Oh,
about,
that's
like,
not
Well, you do have the
true.
skills to be a
That's-
performer because
That's
you're
not
awesome.
true. That's
so.
not
That's
true.
all. That's all
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
That's
no,
all I know
yeah.
how to do. But no, I
You're very
feel
talented
yeah,
at
I'm
it,
very
so.
blessed to be able to do it for a
Yeah.
living for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great town. There's a lot of opportunity, and
So, So where's your next gig?
My next gig is tonight.
Where might that be?
That would be on Bradenton Beach at a wonderful restaurant called the Blue Marlin, and I'm playing from 7 to 10.
Right.
And I'll be doing solo dolo there tonight. But the food is fantastic. The drinks are great. My husband's the GM, so I have to say that. But it's I've
have to plug 'em.
been playing there for years. It's a fantastic place. So if you're in the Bradenton Cortez area, come on out.
So is it like multiple times a week? Do you do this pretty much like?
Yeah.
So you're pretty busy.
Full time.
Like you're pretty okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously in the off season, it dwindles a little bit, but I mean, it's pretty consistent. And then during full season, it's like.
And we're going into your busy time right now, and.
Thank God, yeah.
Well, I saw he was asking about Cass last night. I said it was more crowded than.
Oh yeah,
a couple
I mean,
weeks
Cascadale
ago,
is an anomaly because
it's the market. You can see it's getting a little more busy.
Even in like dead summer, that place is jumping on a Friday and Saturday, and that's just it's a lot to be said about the music. You know, people come out to have a good time and.
And I think, you're right. I think it is primarily about the music.
The live music.
Because they've got a lot of talent in the music.
Yeah.
It's like a proper combination of good food, because the food is, I mean,
the food
people talk about the food there,
Yeah, it's good food for what it is, like the bites, small bites, whatever.
Right.
The drinks are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then you combine that with fantastic music, and then you got a winner.
Yeah, Friday and Saturdays.
Yeah. And then
Definitely
you kind of you stumble over here to Gator Club at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. You don't leave till 2.
When things get real.
That's when the Sarasota starts jumping.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the music. So talk a little bit about the music. I mean, you mentioned some artists that influenced you.
Yeah.
When you go out by yourself, solo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you then play with other people other than, I mean, obviously your own band?
Yeah.
And how many pieces is that?
Usually it's 4, but sometimes 5. We'll add keys or horn or something. I mean, we do a lot of it's similar to what we play at Cascadale, but I love to do funk, R&B, soul. Get the people moving.
There's a whole lot of pink going on.
A food tour group.
Who's the birthday?
Happy birthday!
Hold on.
All right, hey, hang on.
All right, well we're gonna show.
We're gonna show them.
All right, so whose birthday?
My birthday. All right.
Oh,
Christine,
okay.
Happy birthday.
So how does 40 feeling? How does 40 feel?
Same as it did 20 years ago.
No, that's not where I was going with that.
Yeah,
but happy birthday,
Yeah. And how's your tour guide? Is she any good?
She is awesome. Yes.
All right.
She's taking us all to the good places.
She.
Because we're here on a mission.
All right.
Yeah, well, she knows every nook and cranny of this town.
Yes, she does.
She does.
There's a little door over there.
Did you show them the ferry doors?
Oh, is that the mission?
I'm teasing them about the doors. I haven't told them what it's about.
Okay.
Hang out at the Gator.
Who did what?
Right here?
I'm going to tell them about the history of the Gator.
There's so much history about the Gator.
Yeah.
We'll do it next time.
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah,
I'll leave that to you. Offline.
Happy
birthday, guys.
This is why we love Sarasota.
See?
This is why we're here. Sorry.
God, I love this town.
No, it's cool.
You never know.
Yeah,
I mean,
you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's having a birthday. She looks great for 40 years old.
Yeah.
She looks fantastic. All right, so I'm sorry.
No, don't be. I was transfixed.
Yeah. So the band, your own band, Taylor
Yes.
Opie Band. Do you have a kind of a place like the Dirty Bird, always kind of a cast? Do you have a
No,
place
we
that
don't
you're
really
at
have a
lot, or no?
residency.
Okay.
We play a lot at a bar on Bradenton Beach called Island Time.
Okay.
And then I played 88 Live
right.
with a fantastic drummer, Trevoris, and so he kind of set that up. We had like a Sunday night soul where we did primarily Motown, soul, like R&B, funk.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
I've got to get up to Bradenton more. You know,
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot here, but
there's a lot to be said.
There's
I mean,
a lot of live music
I'm
up
a little.
there.
Well, I mean, I'm
And
biased.
you live there, I'm guessing?
I
from
do.
there?
Well, yeah, I lived in Sarasota forever, and then when I met my husband, he dragged me up to Bradenton.
Yeah.
So I give him. Yeah, we have a little bit of an ongoing rivalry, Bradenton, Sarasota, but no.
My daughter and I suffer the same way.
Yeah.
She lives up in
Your daughter's
Bradenton.
up there?
I lived up there for a little while. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some cool. It's growing though.
No,
like
for sure.
Their
And
market's huge.
Yeah. Oh,
They
no,
got
totally.
a lot of art stuff going on up there. I mean, it's guys.
I live in Cortez, so there's a lot of like history and a lot of character in
So
Cortez.
yeah, you're right there by the seafood shack.
Yes, I'm like right down the
I
street.
lived
from
at
there.
the seafood shack.
You did?
For about 2 years on my boat.
Above?
On my boat.
No, on your boat.
Yeah, I actually
Nice.
had
That's awesome.
I had a bucket list thing
And
at
didn't
that
they
time.
film Great Expectations there?
I don't know about that, but they did Palmetto way back in the day. They had him with
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson,
Yeah,
yes,
my
and
husband
Elizabeth Shue.
My husband worked on that
Really?
movie. Yeah.
Really? Oh, cool.
I was just telling you, Scott, the other day that when he stopped shooting like some of those scenes, we'd go down to Nokomis, and there was a little strip mall right there in Nokomis, and we'd go into that one abandoned place, and they'd go over the day's shots.
Oh,
and so
okay.
Woody Harrelson would be there, and
Yeah.
just so cool, so laid back, and we were nobody. A friend of
Right.
mine and myself, he just
Yeah,
allowed us
yeah.
to sit there as they went through the day's things, and he'd be, smoking his little thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just cool as could be, man.
Yeah.
He was really fun. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny that you.
Well, and there's so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
famous people around, right? Musicians.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean,
I mean, it's a beautiful spot. You know.
it's like so and so lives here from this band. So lives here. I'm like, wow. That's
All right,
cool.
so your original stuff.
Yes.
Like, so talk to us about your original music, or what's happening with that, or do you have
yeah,
something planned, or
I've
something coming
been-
out later, or
Yeah, I've been working on an album. It seems like my whole life. I have some recordings on my website.
Okay.
And Damon actually who drums at Cask and Ale with Dirty Bird. I've worked with him and Andrew, the bass player, for many years, and he engineered a lot of my original stuff. So I've got I mean it's I guess if I had to describe it, it's like I said, soul, folk, kind of like every influence that I've had growing up from these different musicians.
Right.
But yeah, there's some stuff on my website if you want to check it
Okay.
out.
Say that again. The website.
Oh, TaylorOpie.com.
TaylorOpie.com.
Yeah.
now is there anything going to be coming
TaylorOpie.
out? Any
So is this album that you've been working on your whole life?
Yeah,
You got
right.
You
I
got
know.
a ETA?
Eventually, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just never release it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll just it'll
you
just
go to my
be-
website and you get to hear it.
Yeah,
right?
just
Just
I'll
go
just
up and see
work
bits
on
and
it.
pieces of it.
Yeah,
It's like
just
a
work
song
on
come
it
out,
little
and
by
just
little.
upload it.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that's cool.
exactly.
Very, very
No,
cool.
it'll come out eventually.
Well, you love what you do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're playing plenty with all these venues,
Yeah.
which.
All right, so to me, that's kind of like you're successful. Like, to me, you're already successful, because that's if you love what you do and you get up and it's not a job,
Right.
and
And you've got
You're
gigs
successful.
lined up.
like you got people
Yeah,
that
I
are
know, I
hate
mean,
what they do.
You're
like
pretty
I
busy,
said-
you're busy year round. I
Yeah,
imagine, but
yeah,
at this time of
absolutely.
year, you're even more jammed, right? You're like, hey, I'll see you in March.
Yeah, right,
Are you?
exactly.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I mean, I can't imagine doing anything else, and I don't, I've thought about that a lot. Like, what would I do if I kind of got burnt out in music? And I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know. I've been doing it for so long, and I'm happy. I'm content.
Yeah.
And
And you're
with
probably
what I'm
flexible enough to go ahead and like kind of move and change your sound. And
Yeah,
your,
no,
so
absolutely.
like you're never
You
getting
gotta
stale
keep,
or
you
anything,
gotta keep
right?
it interesting, not only for you as a musician, but also for the people who come and listen to you. They don't want to hear the same old,
Right.
same set list every time they come to see you. So
So
you gotta change it up and keep things interesting.
Is that air comfortable for you? Are you getting enough air?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because
Built
we're
hard.
I thought you
we're
meant
all.
the air conditioning. I'm like, we have that
Yeah.
now?
No, dude, give me until next week.
This is
It took us
legit.
Next-
it took us about
next
6
week-
months to get fans.
Yeah.
Now we have air.
Next week in Amazon, between the two of those, we'll have a full-on air conditioned studio.
Yeah,
here pretty
it'll be a
soon.
legit operation.
Hey, look, we got a generator in the
Yeah.
back. What's
You guys are set up.
going
here.
on there?
Yeah.
I came in blind. I didn't know what I was coming into, but this is
See,
very.
that very brave of you. Scott, you didn't prep her for what was going to happen here.
No.
Well, it was
we
just
don't know what's going to
every
happen.
time
How
every
can we
time that
prep
we
anybody?
spoke, it was in between sets, so it was like.
it was kinda like-
I'd bother her. I would
Okay.
bother her while she was doing
Hey,
it.
next
yeah.
time when you
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'll see you tomorrow.
the what?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's funny.
Well,
how
she gave me her card a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't even know, through Facebook, which we're not friends on Facebook, but I sent her a message, never heard back. So I found the card.
Because she has
and
a
I
life
texted
and
her,
a
and then I
job.
texted her. And then, you know what I said to Brian last night after you guys were done?
Mm-hmm.
I go, Brian, I have a great guest on tomorrow, on the podcast. He's like, really? Who is it? I pointed at you. And I said, Brian, when you were on, he was one of our first.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
have
It was
you
a
had
second-
Brian
Yep.
on? You
Yeah,
had to
but
have
it
had
was,
Brian.
but it was just audio.
Oh, okay.
And we were in the sun. We didn't have any of this. And I go, we have cameras now.
Yeah, we-
Yeah,
we didn't have any of this
He goes,
luxury
can I come
that we have
back? I go,
right now.
yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Just he's a good man.
He's old news now.
Yeah.
No,
So he was great.
Brian's the best.
But I remember with him coming on, and I didn't know him. Like Scott, you knew him,
I
and
met
so you
him,
brought him in, and I
yeah.
really hadn't met him at that point. I mean, I heard him play, but never really talked to him. He sat down, and we started I started interviewing him or whatever, and he just let out this like silky smooth voice of I was like, hey, how y'all doing?
We're retired.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'm out.
just a voice. Yeah, made
Brian
for radio.
Bird show. Mark's out. All
Yeah.
right. He just had such a radio voice.
It's really cool because I've been playing with Brian since I was 19. He used to be my drummer, and seeing him kind of like evolve into the like consummate entertainer that he is now has just been such a cool thing to see, because it was like back in the day he was just, I mean, because he's a fantastic drummer, but he was just behind the scenes. You know, he didn't set up a mic. I remember it used to drive me crazy because I could hear him harmonizing with me, and I was like, why don't you set up a microphone? Like, you have such a great voice. Right. And now cut to 10, 11 years later, and he's owns that mic, and he's just like the most consummate entertainer. It's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, Casks, they own it.
Yep.
They own Casks.
So do you play there? You play there quite a bit, right? At Cass?
Yeah, I would
Pretty
say
much?
so. Yeah, a couple times
a month.
Yeah.
So all in all, how many places do you think you would play? Like the primary spots? Like, do you do?
Bradenton, it sounds like.
Yeah, I play a lot in
Like Marina
Bradenton.
Jack? You do that at all?
No,
or
I don't.
Not too much?
Not Marina Jack. When I lived in Sarasota, I used to play Waltz, and I would play the Gator Club, Cascanal.
What happened to Gator? You ever play back there again? You think?
Well, when we
your band, right? Would
yeah,
be here
our band,
downstairs,
Midnight Mama. We've since kind of amicably, not split, but we all kind of went our own different ways. Yeah, everyone's kind of doing their own thing, and they all play in multiple different formats. So
right.
I think when that happened, we just kind of, just kind of fell by the wayside.
Then you went and started your own. Then you started putting your band together after that?
Yeah, and focusing more on a lot of the solo stuff, and I was doing, corporate and weddings and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I mean, I'm sure I'll play there, again in the future, just...
Well, I mean, I'll go to Bradenton.
Oh, I'll go. Hey, I'll
I'm not opposed, yeah.
Oh,
this is called Sarasota Street Talk.
It is Sarasota Street Talk.
Bradenton, yeah, I'll go up there.
Hyphen
you guys,
Bradenton.
Yeah, /
music scene.
Yeah.
No.
Talk.
So,
yeah. We'll go. Definitely go up there.
Yeah.
So you said it's tonight at
7 to 10 at the Blue Marlin.
At the Blue Marlin
on
okay.
Bradenton Beach.
So if anybody's up Bradenton way, please stop by there, and I mean, and I'm sure because we've seen you at Cask.
You can take the nice scenic route up Longboat Key.
Go up Longboat.
St. Armand's.
Mm-hmm. You'll get there up in like about 15 minutes.
And
Yeah, exactly.
you have a Facebook page?
Yeah.
You have this up on the Facebook?
What's that?
On Facebook too, to find your schedule?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mainly my
mainly your
website.
website.
Yeah,
Okay.
TaylorOpie.com.
Right,
on Instagram, I post on Instagram and stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
And that's at Taylor
At
Opie?
Taylor Opie Music. That's my handle.
That's your handle. I'm not an Instagram person yet. I
don't have a handle. Wish I had a handle.
Yeah, no, I'm more. I would say more so of Instagram than Facebook, but I still do have a Facebook. I post on there from time to time, but yeah, generally, if you're looking for my schedule, it's gonna be on my website.
Okay.
Very cool. And when's the next time you're playing over at Cascanale? Do you know offhand?
That's a good question.
Don't know
I
yet.
think next weekend. That's you caught me on that one. I never know my own schedule. It's
There's
terrible.
a festival next weekend too.
Next weekend?
Yeah, I think it's next weekend. Oktoberfest or something? Rocktoberfest? Yeah.
Is it?
I think that's next weekend. The 5th. Yeah, 13, 14, 15. But we'll still be a Cask.
Is that downtown?
Even last night there was,
November
Fresh
3rd.
Fresh Friday, I wasn't listening to the music. Well, I heard a couple songs, and then boom, Cask. Right?
Yeah, there's something about Cask that just has that magnet.
I just looked it up. It's November 3rd.
November 3rd.
That'll be the next time I'm at.
Okay.
So a few weeks off.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there a few times before then too.
Yeah,
but we'll definitely make a point to be there.
So even though you're from here, because we always put people kind of not on the spot, and we'll get to the other question later. Places to go and have a good time.
Yeah.
For like people who might see this and maybe they're seasonal or whatever, but what are the places that you like?
Well, I'm like a dive bar girl through and through. So like for me, like Memories, like Buy High Hut. As far as like
by High
Sarasota,
Back in high school
if you're
days.
if you're really
Yeah.
brave, you can go to Red Barn. No, the Gator Club is great. I always recommend Cask and Ale, just for like an overall experience. Their food is great. Their drinks are great. Usually there's music. Yeah, I mean, just like bars and restaurants, or
Yeah.
in general. I mean, this farmers market is great.
Okay.
I haven't been to the farmers market in forever, and it's like it's massive.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
got
it's
you-
gonna
and it's
grow
so-
so much.
See this? Good.
Yeah, and it's so fun,
It's
and
so
it's
much,
every
yeah.
Saturday, right?
Yes.
Till 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, rain or shine,
7 or
from
8.
7 to 1.
Yeah,
7 to 1.
and they've just
And
been.
this podcast is every Saturday too.
I heard there's a pretty cool podcast every Saturday as well.
I heard that too.
Everybody by the seat of their pants. They just
Yeah.
kind of they carry
Everybody
around little,
knows Mark.
Mr. Bills around. I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't know why
we
this
didn't ask her
happened.
who
I was
she
gonna ask about
know who
that.
that
What-
is?
No.
No.
Okay,
no.
so this is
Your parents might.
so yeah, your parents would. So SNL back in the day had a skit called and it was Mr. Bill.
Mr.
Gotcha.
Bill.
And so the whole premise of Mr. Bill was he'd always die or get run over by like a truck.
It was Clay.
Or and he was a clay
Oh,
guy.
I
Clay
gotcha,
guy.
okay.
So he'd get run over and you'd always hear, "Oh no, Mr. Bill!" And he dies
And he
in
dies,
different
yeah.
ways
Every
throughout.
show,
In different,
yeah.
and then he has a little friend, Pokey. Was his little horse?
Horse.
Little horse pet
Which
friend.
Pokey
I'm
came
ashamed
from
that
Gumby
I
and
didn't
Pokey.
know about
Oh,
that.
Gumby and
it's so
Pokey.
funny.
Gumby
Then you-
and
Gumby,
Pokey
you've
was
heard
a
about
different
Gumby.
cartoon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a whole different cartoon.
That was a whole different thing by
But-
Eddie Murphy made famous.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Are we talking like 70s
Yeah.
SNL or
Seven-
80s?
late 70s, early
Okay,
no,
that's
early
like-
80s maybe.
That was like
Yeah.
the prime time too,
Yeah.
and I'm
That-
I'm ashamed that I didn't
Prime
know
time
about
Belushi.
players,
that.
actually, I think they
Oh
were
my-
called.
That was
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
the Chevy Chase, Belushi,
Oh yeah,
Dan Aykroyd,
Yeah. Stuart Morris.
Bill Murray,
Yeah.
all the
Rita
greats, all the greats.
Gilda Radner.
Gil Rat, yep.
Gilda
Well, that was
Radner.
late 70s.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm
Yeah.
old.
that was
Right.
the OG, the OG cast.
OG, yeah, the Belushi OGs.
Never been better in my opinion.
Yeah.
So love me some Saturday Night
Wait.
Live. So yeah, I don't know why I just saw this at the
Is,
house.
is that the
We found
unofficial
it somewhere in
mascot
the house.
It is,
of
it
the
is
podcast?
now.
All
I think it
right,
is
great.
now.
now it
So
is.
we
I
better
love
go
it.
ahead and put.
Hey, Mark.
Here we
Mark, people are
Mr.
waving
Bill.
at you. Hey, Mark.
Okay, I'm not sure why I did that.
All right.
And this
So-
this bookstore is legendary too. I love this
Oh.
place.
Oh yeah.
Parker's. Yeah, I've had many an hour.
Really?
Oh yeah, searching through there.
Oh no, there's
I gotta
it's
get- I
it's
gotta get in
deep.
there. Yeah?
It goes.
There's nothing
a
like an
lot of
old
stuff going on.
bookstore.
in
I
there.
know.
Oh
And
man.
I'm due for a book, so I'm gonna have to
You're
check
due for
this
a book?
out. Yeah, I'm due to read a new book.
Oh
I
yeah.
Have you
think
read-
I've been reading. You know, I've been reading the last like 3 or 4 books were all autobiographies of rock stars.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Townsend's.
Brian Johnson's.
I just got done with Brian Johnson's.
Yep.
And-
Is it Behind Blue Eyes? Is that the Pete Townsend book? I have one too. I used to go. I went through a
sure
huge
if
Who
it's-
phase
Yeah.
where I was obsessed with the Who.
I was
Specifically
talking about
Pete
face to
Townsend.
face to somebody on the phone the other
Yep,
day.
yep.
She didn't know that song. I said, you know it. You
What,
just-
what
Yeah,
song?
if you heard it.
Face to Face by Townsend.
Oh yeah.
I have that album, so that's all.
Yeah. I
but yeah,
totally
it's-
nerd out over that kind of
yeah.
stuff and rock star bios. I
Yeah,
love
isn't it? Yeah, it was good. I think Keith Richards was the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
You too.
so
Bono.
So
You gonna do the
quick
Bono
story.
bio?
There's a
The
story.
Bono bio?
John Bonham drove his caddy into the pool at the Holiday Inn.
Oh, okay.
That was obviously in Townsend's, right? Whoever's book, but it was at the Holiday Inn in Rolling Meadows, Illinois.
Really?
Yep.
All
No,
things
John
seem to happen
Bonham
in
did?
Illinois.
Yeah, he wrote. It was his 21st birthday or something.
Oh,
Drove his caddy right into the pool, and then I'm reading the book. I'm like, oh yeah, it was the one in Rolling Meadows, which is where I grew up.
Oh, that's where
by
you
there,
grew up?
Right, one town over. Yeah.
You
So
probably
that was
stayed
cool.
there then.
That
You
was
probably
cool.
stayed at that
At some
Holiday Inn.
point, I might have been in that hotel. I'm not
Do
sure.
do you think they have a plaque put up?
I don't know. I don't even know if
What,
it's still there.
this is
I
where-
think it's
Yeah,
still
or the
there.
entry
Drove-
point into
I'm
the
pretty sure
pool.
it's still there.
This
I'm
is
pretty
where
sure
he
it's
entered.
there. But in the book, they say, yeah, we were Holiday Inn all over the country.
Right,
No
so-
more. They
Yeah.
couldn't be-
So you know, there's like a
digress.
little pizza, not a pizza place, but someplace right over here on 301 that Elvis. You know, Elvis played here in like '63
Oh,
or
okay.
'65 or something like that. There's a little diner right down the street.
Were you there?
Huh? Yeah.
know,
I was
I've
about
never-
32 years old.
You were the
21st birthday.
You were the tour
That was
manager.
your 21st
That was my
birthday.
fir-
You were
my
there
first
at
beer there.
63.
Yeah, you were the
Yeah.
tour
That was
manager
a-
for that
yeah.
for that one. Yeah.
And they've got Elvis ate here. They got the
Oh, really?
signs on there. It's right here on 41,
I've
right
never
there on the
been
corner.
in there. I've seen it, but I've never.
You've seen it like
What's it
driving
called?
by on the right
Yeah,
side?
yeah.
What place?
I forget what it's called. It's across from the Ford dealership. It's a small little place by a strip mall.
All right.
And it's just a little place. And it has Elvis's picture on the top. It says Elvis ate here.
It's like a classic diner.
It-
know.
yeah, it's like a little diner.
Real like
yeah.
Americana.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys know
I
this
remember
city
working
way
there. I was
better than pretty
from
much
the age
anybody.
of 22
Oh, yeah.
to about
You know?
27. I worked there when he walked in. Yeah.
You walked in.
That makes me approximately 92 years old right now.
Yeah, you were making the malt,
I was
the malt milkshakes.
The malteds.
Yeah.
That was when he was thinner.
And at the chocolate shoppy.
Yep. Shoppy.
You had yep, with the 2 straws, and they'd come in on date night.
Yep.
And the kids
Okay.
with Veronica and
Charlie.
I'm getting off course now. Yeah, so hey, thank you very much for
So, yeah,
stopping
we
by
got- we
and taking
have to-
part in our shenanigans.
Yeah, thank
you know,
you for
doing
having me.
this.
It's a
Anything
lot
you
of
want to
fun.
add before we ask you the question, the ultimate question?
The question.
Ooh, there's a question.
Put you on the spot. a little
Go
bit.
ahead.
Yeah, it's a scary
And
question.
then should we do our Beetlejuice with her here? Since
Yeah, well,
music
we have to do it on every
related?
show.
I know, but and we haven't done it.
We haven't
any
done
of the
it,
other interviews.
so we
today,
need to do it
we'll
now.
today. No, but let's first ask the question.
Should I prepare?
2 favorite
might
restaurants
want-
in Sarasota.
2 favorite restaurants.
build that up.
Sarasota.
Ooh.
Wait, what are you gonna do? Build it,
No, I was trying to build it up to a scary thing. But it's
I-
not
no.
scary at all.
That's good.
That's a good question.
Which is hard because there's
Well-
so many different types of restaurants, so it's hard to
Yeah.
like nail it
Ones,
down.
yeah.
Right.
You know, Brandon Thrift. You know Brandon Thrift, the guy that does that love, that sticker.
Like the
behind
spread
you?
love stuff and like
See the
right
spread
there.
love
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
The artist?
absolutely.
We had him earlier today.
Oh, very cool.
And he came. He said, "I'll give you a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. So feel free if you want to do that."
Well, okay, so I have to call out like one of my personal favorites. It's called Pho 101. It's on 41 in
Oh, God,
Sarasota.
I've heard that.
That place is the bomb. I love their pho is amazing. Their like everything that I've had from there is great. And actually after this, I am going to go to Fushi Poke, which is a couple blocks that
That's
way.
it's in Rosemary, right?
Yeah,
Is that
it's like
Rosemary?
right off of it's like Central or something.
Yeah.
But they have incredible ramen and incredible poke bowls.
Mm.
I mean, I'm huge like any kind of like Asian food. That's my jam. I'm like it's delicious. So.
All right, so Drunken Poet's probably a huge
Drunken
thing for
Poet,
you.
I like
you
Drunken
you
Poet
got
a lot, yeah.
Thai vibe, you start to go over there.
Totally, yeah. Sushi, Thai, like curry, whatever it is, I'm all about it.
How about Turmeric? You've been over to the Turmeric
I haven't.
Indian place?
I haven't.
I haven't been there yet either.
What's it called?
Turmeric?
Is it
Oh,
turmeric? It is
turmeric.
turmeric, right?
So, see, you call it, that's 3 different pronunciations
Yeah.
because
Well,
I call
ours
it
is
turmeric.
wrong. Mine's wrong.
Turmeric.
Turmeric is
Turmeric.
probably what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't been there. Is it good?
It's very good.
Because Indian food is my jam too. Tandoor is incredible. The Indian place by University.
Mhm.
That place is
I've heard
incredible.
about that one. But yeah, if you
You've
get a
opened the
chance-
floodgates. Now they're all coming back to me now. All the restaurants that I used to come eat at when I
Down
lived
here,
here.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
over and try that place. It's really well, I was gonna say it's on the costlier side, but who's not like downtown.
Yeah, I
But the
know.
food you get is fantastic. The portions are huge, and the ambiance is great. And yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
It's
Thanks
hot.
for the
It is
recommendation.
hot. Spicy. It's
Spicy.
very spicy.
Yeah.
So
All right, so we
That was the hot seat question.
I know. See, I was
yeah.
trying to build it up to a scary thing, and see how he just
the hot
blurted it
seat?
right out.
No, I
And
mean,
I'm like,
that's not a hot seat.
and people get all nervous,
Put
and
you
they're
on the
like,
spot.
"That's it."
I know. That's
Because
That
now, if Ralph from Classico sees that, he's not going to like you.
well,
He's going to be
you
like,
know.
she didn't name Classico. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I
Well-
mean, if I had the time, I would name every restaurant.
Which is, yeah, that's what makes it so difficult.
Specifically, every restaurant that books music.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
whichever
Which-
one books music, that's
Casket
my
Ale
favorite.
you didn't mention.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it
Glasgow
at that,
does, but maybe it might not be the. I don't think it's a
right?
genre
Probably by
type.
yourself. You solo would
Casket
probably be
Ale?
cool at
Casket Ale?
Classico.
Yeah.
They would love you there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Who's that?
I got some phone calls to make
Classico,
after
if
this.
she's doing
Classico?
solo, yeah. Or downstairs at Art Ovation. They always
Yeah.
have solo.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I have, I have,
Yeah,
a-
yeah,
I
that
have
would be-
several friends that play at
Right
Art
down there,
Ovation. Emily and Matt Frost, they're incredible musicians. They play at Art Ovation quite a bit.
So
Very
you
cool.
know the movie Beetlejuice, right?
I do.
If you say his name 3 times,
Love that
he
movie.
pops up.
Yes.
Who's that?
Beetlejuice. If you say
Oh,
his
we
name
do our-
3 times, he shows up.
Yep. So we
So
we have
we
our
need to-
own version of Beetlejuice. So we do it every show. So
Right.
ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Brian
Johnson,
Johnson,
Brian
Brian
Johnson,
Johnson,
Brian
Brian
Johnson. All right. So hopefully we say that
gonna
we
show
just
up
put it out
someday.
into the universe,
He
and then
lives near
hopefully
here
Brian
somewhere.
Johnson will
Yeah.
show up.
Totally.
And
He
be
lives
out
here
here.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And we'll see him pop up and go, "Hey, mateys." You know, that was a terrible
Yeah,
impression.
is he a pirate?
Yeah, was he a pirate?
You got to manifest
He's
what
from
you
the
want in
UK
the
or
Yeah,
world.
was he an
somewhere.
Irish pirate? No,
Oh,
he's an
mateys.
Australian.
Let me tell you about the time I was in
He's
ACT.
not
Yeah.
Australian. He's not.
No,
He's,
he's
going
not
on
Australian,
guys.
but the band is Australian.
Yes.
But he's not Australian. I didn't know that. I
From
actually
the
thought they
UK.
were from the UK.
I was
The
gonna let
band,
you read
but
his-
they're not.
The band is from Australia.
He's from Australia.
Right.
Well, I always thought it was from the UK, but Brian
I always
Johnson.
thought they were Irish for some reason.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He's from the UK.
What do I know?
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know.
He's
We
like
better not blow
5'2" or something like that.
I'll give you the book
Right.
to read.
Well,
No, he's very-
now it's just become a roast session.
Yeah. And we expect him on now. Like, Brian,
Maybe
I'm so sorry.
Maybe he'd appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna take everything back. I'm gonna edit this from number 2215 to 20. I'm editing that part.
Yeah,
All right,
there
that's
you
out
go.
of there.
There you go.
All right, but thank
Anyways,
you
thanks
so much for coming
yeah,
on.
thank you
A couple
for having
koozies.
And we will definitely be.
Ooh, I get merch.
Oh, merch.
Or swag. Is that what they
Swag.
call it?
That's a
Swag.
swag.
I think it's merch, swag. Like,
One more.
Awesome.
oh,
Thank
'cause
you.
in case you're triple fisting your beers.
Well, her husband and a friend.
Oh, well, friend. Yeah,
You're
you're
having
right.
it in somebody.
It happens. you
It
know.
happens.
Anyways, but
Right.
no,
Gotta
thank
do
you
what you
for
gotta
being
do.
here. It was awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. And
Nice
it's
to
a
meet
pleasure
you.
to meet you.
We will see you. We will see you out and about.
Yeah.
Cask. I'm gonna come up to Bradenton. I gotta get out of town
Please do.
and see you.
And after this show, what's the next one that you're doing? Like, you're doing one. It's like Sunday. You're not doing anything on Sunday, right? Or do you think, or no?
I'm not going to be on Sunday. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know my own schedule
That's
off
right.
the top
That's
of my
okay.
head.
Website.
But
I don't even know my schedule. That's why we have the
TaylorOpie.com.
book
Taylor
pimp
Opie,
right here.
TaylorOpie.com.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
I just filled out I just updated my schedule, so you think I'd know this, but I don't.
So should we have somebody else from the band? We've had Brian.
Oh, yeah.
We've had Bree.
We're gonna get Brian back.
Thorson. I've talked to him.
Yeah?
At Mandeville's a while back.
Thorson would be great.
Do you guys still
Damon.
play at Mandeville?
Damon's a
Does-
very interesting guy. If you want to sit
Is
down
he
with Damon. The drummer.
drummer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a cigarette in his mouth the entire show.
Yeah. He's
Inside.
one of my
basically.
favorite people on
Well, he's
the
actually
planet.
technically outside, so he
Yeah.
can smoke.
He's
But-
he's on the
right,
threshold.
Right. No.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I gotta hit those guys up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of fantastic
Do
characters.
Does the Dirty Bird still play Mandeville on Sunday or no?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either.
No,
I don't know. I
know.
can't keep track. But yeah.
I think they stopped doing music in the off season.
TaylorOpie.com.
Yeah.
Get her schedule.
You can find me there.
I'm gonna
Yep.
find you.
Thanks,
Everyone
guys.
take a look.
Have a
Appreciate
great day.
it. Yeah, you
Talk to
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Take care.
Well, that was awesome.
That was very cool.
I love musicians.
God, I love musicians too. And God, there's a whole lot of them here.
Oh
This is-
yeah, very talented. I mean,
Yep.
she's got a great voice.
Hmm?
Great
Got a
voice.
silky, like a silky smooth voice.
Just- yeah, she rocks.
Yeah.
The place,
Probably the whole
fans
spectrum,
love-
probably too. She could probably belt out
the
some
crowd.
like
Yeah.
growling type, Janis Joplin type esque stuff, right?
Yeah, every song's great. It's
Yeah,
too much fun there.
outstanding.
So, anyways,
So no, I'm always. It's a sigh of just like knowing the people that we see here and that we meet and all the stories, and it's exactly why we do this.
right. Today was a good day.
Today's a good day. It's always a good day here in downtown
three really
Sarasota.
good guests
Hmm?
planned and one unplanned.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
So I think we should just go ahead and I think we should like spoke some people out to go ahead and talk to us.
We're gonna what?
I think we should go get some other people to talk to us. So we're gonna wrap this up here,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna come on and we're gonna eagle eye some people,
All right.
get them to sit down, and we got.
You can do that while
Yeah.
we're breaking down a little bit. Let's do it that way. Let's
What's
end
that?
end this, so you can put this on with Taylor.
Okay, you know what?
And then
We'll break
go,
down the videos.
Then we'll maybe just go audio.
we'll just
with
go audio.
somebody. Yeah. Right.
All right.
Right. Hey,
Hey,
have a great
thank you,
weekend.
Scott.
I
You have a
don't
fan-
know if I'll see you. You got family in town?
Yeah, we're
Well,
probably
you know.
gonna head over to Lido Beach.
Oh yeah,
we
you
probably
said
can do that.
today.
We go.
Okay,
We
cool.
got the Columbia. So over on St. Armand's, we're gonna go do some Columbia
Oh, yeah.
eating
Okay.
over there, and we might go over to McCurdy's. And you were talking about
Oh yeah.
you have some
I have a
plans
party
later
at
on. You think you
6.
can or no?
I have a party at 6. North side, and we'll see how it's going. Maybe I'll leave at 7:15
What I
and
may
meet
do-
you. But let's. Are you
I may-
are you still filming, or are we done now?
No, we're still filming.
Okay.
We're going to wrap it up here in a second. But
Right, yeah.
I think we're going to. I'll buy a block of tickets. I think
Right.
for McCurdy's.
Okay.
And if you're able to, just shoot me a text,
I will.
and we'll hook it up.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Have a good
great
day,
one.
my friend.
See
And
you
everybody,
soon.
hey, have a fantastic rest of your Saturday,
Bye,
everybody.
Sarasota.
Bye, Sarasota. We love you.
Yep.
And everybody stay classy.
All right. Ciao.